at the end of the match, we can easily see now that no matter how you spend, if you don't work as a team, you will not get result. We have seen... Welcome to GunnersLoversTV. I'm your host, Augustine. Yesterday was a battle between the high spenders, which is Chelsea. Remember, Chelsea spent last year and this season, they spent close to 800 to 900 million in transfer fees. And against West Ham, who are the low spenders. I'm very convinced West Ham has not even spent up to 100 million this season. Look. I was at West Ham ground yesterday. I saw the faces of West Ham fans. They were very, very happy because the day went in their favor. You know, it was a very, very solid performance from Chelsea with no result. It was a compact and teamwork performance by West Ham. So at the end of the match, we can easily see now that no matter how you spend, if you don't work as a team, you will not get result. We have seen it happen to Man City with their spending and all the caliber of players they had in their team. They could not win the Community Shield. Forget the fact that they have won so many Premier League titles in the past. And we have seen it again in Chelsea that as they spend, it looks as if the more they spend, the more they lose. I cannot understand why Chelsea did not win that match yesterday. I will get into the match slowly and tell you how it all happened. West Ham fielded a very moderate team without stars. So when I mean without stars, don't recognize heavy name purchase. So the likes of Mikel, Antonio, the regulars who have been there, Bowen, these are people who have been there. And so the match started in a very tough, tense atmosphere. The fans of Chelsea were agitating, the West Ham fans too were also agitating, and it was a matter of time before we find the explosion taking place, either with the fans or on the field of play. And as I will tell you, as I always told you here, we give you how it is, you know. West Ham was the first to draw the first sword, and guess what? It was virtually a defender. Agued, on the 7th minute, pounced on Chelsea's error as the ball came in and looked at the left-hand side of the goal that was free, head the ball quick into the net. And the whole place was set ablaze with jubilation. Jubilation in the air for West Ham fans. You cannot imagine what the atmosphere was. That at last they have the lead against Chelsea in their own ground, you know, with a star-studded team for Chelsea. And what happened? The Chelsea fans rallied around their players, and Chelsea players looked each other in the eyes and said, what do we do to rescue the situation? And of course, the teenager that they got, you know, to fortify their attack, Chukwuemeka, the Nigerian boy who plays for Chelsea, took up the mantle of leadership. What did he do? He slotted in his goal. And you know, that reduced the tension. In the field of play. You know, Chelsea came back with hope and it became 1-1. It became 1-1. You will not imagine the way Chukwuemeka got that ball. The shot was accurate, swapped to the right, and then pounced on the shot. And he entered straight away like a bullet. Of course, we are not yet done with what happened in the match. Drama started unfolding because we were waiting for that London derby drama that would take place. And it started with the award of penalty to Chelsea by the referee of the day. And to dispatch this duty, Chelsea appointed Enzo. Remember, Enzo is very expensive. Enzo is £107 million. For the records, he broke the British record, the transfer record for last season. So Enzo stepped up to take the challenge. And Fabianski is not the one in goal. So maybe if it was Fabianski, it would have been a different story. It was Areola that was in goal. Calculated the move for Enzo. As Enzo took the penalty to the right, he pounced and dived and smashed it out of course, a running defender that was on standby for West Ham kicked the ball out of danger, and West Ham was free. As if that was not enough drama, we thought that was the only drama that was going to take place. No. There were more drama to come, you know. Let us remind everyone that the ball possession for that match was in favor of Chelsea, 76%. Favor of Chelsea, 24%. Left for West Ham to take. So it was a battle between the high spenders and the low spenders. We had all the stars on field. We had Raheem Sterling was there. You know, Caicedo bought with £110 million, breaking the British transfer record, was on the field. We have Mudryk, who virtually a plane was on standby to bring, when they pounced on Arsenal and removed, swept the rug under the carpet of Arsenal to buy Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk. So every star you can think of on the planet that was bought in the Premier League for very high price was on the field for Chelsea. And now came another opportunity for Chelsea to just break the defense of West Ham down. They didn't take it again. Aguerd, who was the hero for West Ham, who scored the first goal at the 7th minute, was given a red card. And that was the opportunity that Chelsea had to pounce on a diminished West Ham, so to say. 10 men of West Ham head forth. You could not imagine it. Head forth for almost 30 minutes without conceding any goal from Chelsea. To make matters worse, at the 53rd minute, Antonio, irregular for West Ham, scored a very delicious goal. The shot was so good. He aimed very well at the goal post, and the goal entered without the goalkeeper even touching it. A defender was slightly, if I would say, well, Chelsea's defender was slightly blocking the view of the West Ham player that was going to take it, So the goalkeeper of Chelsea, Sanchez, bought from Brighton, could not really see. That's not an excuse anyway. It was well taken by Antonio through the legs of almost through the legs of a defender and straight into the net of Chelsea. That made it 2-1. At that point, everybody thought, well, this is going to be a very strong battle. Of course, that goal came before the red card given to West Ham. And so you will expect Chelsea to take the opportunity to rise up to the occasion and prove their critics wrong. Even with the appointment of Pochettino, even with the appearance of Caicedo and Enzo, bought with high price, close to the price of a gold, that could not save the Chelsea side. Another point to quickly mention is that we have now seen that it is not buying of expensive players that give result. You have to play like a team. You have to play with cohesion and result to be able to be called a very good team. Now, as if insult was not added to the injury of Chelsea at 2-1, when there was an extra time between 90 minutes and 5 minutes extra added to the regular time, penalty was awarded against Chelsea. It must be mentioned that the culprit for that penalty was no other person than Caicedo, having his debut for Chelsea after all the hula baloo, after all the delay, after all what Nigerians would call the shakara that took place between Brighton and Chelsea. His first thank you to Chelsea fans was to concede a penalty. That's as good as an own goal. He dispatched and brought down a West Ham player, which resulted to the penalty. Penalty was awarded against Chelsea, and no other person to dispatch to take up this responsibility for West Ham other than Paqueta of West Ham. You remember Paqueta being investigated, and also someone which Man City they are looking to buy, but that has cooled down for the moment. So Paqueta took the penalty, dispatched it with precision, and he did not lose. He did not lose focus. He did not lose sight of goal. He aimed at the goalpost. He got it right where he wanted to pull the ball. The ball entered into the net. It became 3-1. At that point, many of Chelsea fans started going home. A lot of them went home in disappointment. A lot of them went home dismayed. A lot of them went home with different comments made at the team. I will tell you one comment on TalkSport by one of the Chelsea fans that Pochettino out. Already call for opportunity to go has started. But would that be the right call from the fans or that are to support their team? Because 5-1 feel is too early to judge on the performance of a team after just losing one match. They drew against Liverpool 1-1. We saw how well they played in that match, considering the injuries they've considered to Reece James and Okuku. When they played that match again, we saw another injury somewhat for Chukwuemeka, the boy who scored the goal for Chelsea. So we hope it's not too bad for him. But it just shows that Premier League is full of surprises. Now, who says that old wine cannot be sweeter than the new wine? Ward-Prowse, remember him, Ward-Prowse, the player that played for Southampton who just went on relegation, was a thorn in Chelsea's flesh. You remember also, relegation teams, it doesn't mean that every player in that team is bad. Remember we bought Ramsey from Sheffield after he played a season or so with Bournemouth. So Ward-Prowse gave almost, I think, 2 assists that led to these goals. So I just want you to notice that Ward-Prowse is in the team for West Ham this season and is already doing exploits. Well done to West Ham and congratulations to Chelsea. We hope that they will improve, not when we play them, and we hope they will always be below Arsenal. As an Arsenal fan, we rejoice for every loss for a potential challenger that is in the Premier League towards us. West Ham rejoiced in their 3-1 victory over Chelsea. The day was that of West Ham. Whose day will it be next when the next match takes place? Arsenal will be playing Crystal Palace on Monday, and we hope to rejoice just the way West Ham have rejoiced. Our match for victory as an Arsenal fan continues, and Arsenal as a football club. And we hope that we will not ruin the injury of Timber to our side. Like, share, and subscribe. Let us drive these subscribers numbers to 500. Please help us to drive it to 500. We plead with you to join us in this match to 500. Like, share, and subscribe. Do not walk past. I'm your host, Augustine. Jesus loves you, and we love you here too on Gunners Lovers TV. I'll see you in the next match prediction against Crystal Palace.